you tell I'm in denial?
You can't stay at the top forever.
I was also very surprised when I looked at my phone and saw Joe Girardi dismissed.
Well, I think mine were with common sense.
I think now belongs in the all-time greats top 10.
Boston, I really think only got to this point because of a guy named Chris Middleton being out for the Bucks.
That power play just was unbearable. It was humming.
Man, am I happy. I knew that this was going to happen. I knew he was going to come back.
When I think of New York Yankees now is Judge, probably people in the past when Jeter was coming up.
I would be shocked. A little bit hurt.
Hey, this is Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football, TexasFootball.com, and Valley Sports Southwest. You are listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NFL Opinions of the Week. I'm Kevin, and I'm joined by the man that will not be playing in this preseason, Austin.
Yeah, you are correct. And I bet there's going to be a lot of players who are really good who won't be playing this preseason. It's a common thing for veterans or even some youngsters to just sit out the preseason, especially if they're good players and players that they don't want to see get hurt. I am interested, though, and this is why I asked you, do you think that injuries this season will be as prevalent for quarterbacks, especially? Last year, I think we had probably the worst season I've seen for QB injuries. Will they continue this year, or maybe we'll have fewer this season?
Yeah, and I bring this up because there are a lot of guys, young guys too. Russell Wilson isn't. Jared Goff, unlikely to play. Deshaun Watson, Bryce Young, Kyler Murray, and then Kirk Cousins, one of the guys that's been dealing with those injuries. I'm sure, or I think Mahomes is going to play a little bit. I'm going to go low. I'm going to go there's going to be less injuries, or less is going to be my decision.
Just because so you're saying, I would say there's probably like three. Is it less, equal, or about the less, about the same, or more? I'm going to say about the same. Now, they may not be as high profile guys. Like Kirk Cousins was going for an MVP, then got hurt. You had Joe Burrow, obviously a name brand guy, get hurt. There were, I think, more Aaron Rodgers. There's a lot of high profile guys. I don't know if we're going to see as many high profile guys get hurt, but I'd say about the same. I'd say give or take two. I think one or two, give or take, get injured. So like between what it was last year. So if last year, I don't remember what the exact number is. If last year was 8, I'd say 10 to 6 is about the same.
Because Anthony Richardson also got hurt. Looking at Rodgers, Cousins,
Burrow,
yeah. Tannehill got hurt, then benched. And to me, it just seemed like a lot last year, so I definitely don't think more. To me, I'm going to go less. I think maybe guys took notice of that, and they're working on stuff, and we're going to see what they do. It just seemed kind of to me, there's always an outlier, and to me, that's what I view last year as. My question to you is, if it's equal to, are you concerned?
100%. And I think it's the impact of, again, playing a lot of games and then having to go into the next season, play, again, you go in 17, play playoffs, 17, play playoffs, 17, play playoffs. There's been a lot of injuries, and I do think that is a cause of how many games they're playing, especially the high-profile ones, the ones that mean the most. And I wouldn't be shocked if, again, we're seeing about the same amount of injuries this upcoming year.
I would be shocked because I believe last year was an outlier. There are some younger guys, so we're going to have to see.
But there's not been that many seasons, Kevin, with 17 games. So I feel like it's kind of the toll on the body's kind of built up over these past couple of years, and now the injuries just start to show face.
I can understand that point. If it does continue like
I think Herbert missed some games last year because you remember he definitely got hurt. Daniel Jones tore his ACL.
Oh, that's who it was.
And that's again, Daniel Jones the season before they made the playoffs. So it's a lot of Justin Herbert the year before made the playoffs. Joe Burrow made the playoffs the year before. Kirk Cousins had made the playoffs the year before. Aaron Rodgers didn't, but he was older. It's a lot of again, guys who've had a lot of wear and tear. Matthew Stafford missed some games. I think he only missed 2, so I won't really count him. But maybe he missed 2 or 3. But I won't really count him. But there's been a significant amount of injuries, I think. And I don't know if that necessarily goes away, especially with the players that have played a lot of games. Again, at some point, the body can only take so much.
Yeah, and so we can see if that happens. Then you could definitely point to the 17 games. That's been a complaint about us, and we talked about the 18 games. But to me, I would say if it is equal to, then the reason is the 17 games, but I just don't see that happening. But I can be wrong. I think there, of course, are going to be injuries. I don't think it's going to be more than 3, maybe even more than 2 long-term injuries from these quarterbacks, from starting quarterbacks.
Well, last year there was maybe 6 or 7. Or
8, 6.
So.
You got Daniel Jones, Rodgers, Cousins, Richardson,
Burrow tore something in his wrist.
Yeah, and just such like high-profile injuries, and we're gonna have to see how they rebound from that. Deshaun Watson was hurt too, so it's gonna be an intriguing season from that standpoint. And I do think one reason could be preseason games, and a lot of guys don't play in it, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go less, and you're gonna go equal. Neither of us having going
roughly equal.
Roughly.
I'd say if I'm 1 or 2 off on either side, then I'm good.
Yeah. To me, I don't see more than 2 or 3.
Wow. Okay.
Most. But yeah, let's know your thoughts or what.
I said we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, and we'll keep you updated through all that. We're almost through this dead period. Let us know your thoughts, and thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions.